Hello, hello. We have the apology to Canada today.
I loved that. That was so beautiful. What a great idea, Deborah. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
splendiferous.
I want
Very
to
great.
make one for every country he offends each week. But oh gosh, it's good to see everybody. Thank you so much. Our Lalit is here and she's tired, so we're going to take it easy on her today.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Well,
Don't
you know
spill the
what?
beans.
You know
Oh,
what? There's a secret I can tell you. We are tired each Friday.
yeah. But you know what? We leave here feeling less
I
tired
know.
because
Did
it's
you notice?
energizing. I'm already feeling better in your presence. So thank you all for
Oh,
coming.
yeah, it's true. And all the people in the chat that do readings, by the time you get to the session, it's like you're invigorated. You're a different person. That's the way I feel all the time. So we've got Marby, you did get the cookie, my love. And I've got Cynthia. Welcome. I'm so glad you're able to make it. We've missed you. And Christine is here. Yeah, Charlie, Sage of Fire, and Rose. Hello. I'm gonna star you while I see you.
Rose sent me this. I was going through. She sent me a card. Was going through my files. She sent this to me some time ago, not just now, but I read through it and I went, "Oh, what a sweetheart!" And Rose, that meant so much to me. This lovely card, and I want to say to you that I've been thinking of you all week, and for you, I want you to really be keep be give yourself all of the you said you want your husband to give you a massage, maybe a method you can give yourself the massage and get into the bath and do things to pamper yourself,
More
and
from
give
her. Oh,
yourself
from
the
her husband.
what you need.
From her husband.
I
So
know, I know.
you're
I'm
making
just joking. I'm making a joke,
okay.
a sad joke,
That's
but
that's a
but
lot.
Rose,
Oh,
we need to be feeling love in our hearts and do pamper yourself, Rose.
absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
was I've been thinking of you all week and wanting to tell you that, and thank you for this lovely card. And you need to be as nice to yourself as you are to everyone else.
Oh, that is sweet, isn't it? I love that. Kim B, hello, ladies. Hola, chatters. CJ says hello. You'll be
Hi,
busy.
everybody.
She knows that already. She already knows the charts. And we've got Mary. Maria has perfect health. Says hello.
Hola.
Hola, mi amiga. And Maria, oh yeah, Maria, I have your reversed images. Tammy, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, thank you so much. And so nice to see everybody. Oh my gosh. So there is apparently some vibes that I've experienced this week, and it felt like I was walking through mud. Every time I wanted to get up to do something, I mean, I took care of business and everything, but I wanted to do this one project. And every time I got up to do it, it was like, oh, I could not sit down long enough. I couldn't get through it. Must be those, I should say, oh, Saturn. It's probably Saturn.
Saturn and Neptune are still conjunct, so that is feeling a spiritual heaviness, and mud is a good metaphor for that feeling. But but we can think of it like a mud mask. When you peel it off, everything is fresh and rejuvenated and renewed. You have a new layer that you can show.
Get some cucumbers for right here.
Yeah.
I want to do.
Yep. Yep.
I love it. So, are you ready for your presentation, my love?
I don't know. I'm asking for divine guidance because there's so much to say, and I want to be able to say it in a way that's a little coherent. So
You have all the
here
time
we
in
go.
the world,
Okay. Well,
and we adore you. So, we're ready for you, sweetheart.
all righty. Here we go. So, everybody, we're going to have another hullabaloo week. This is the week of the full moon in everyone's favorite sign, Scorpio. It's happening on May the 12th. at 9:56 a.m. if you're Pacific Daylight Time. If you're on the East Coast, it's 12:56 p.m. That's just an hour after 12 noon on May the 12th. So that's a little less than 3 days from now. And so we all have an image of Scorpio, knowing that it is the most intense, emotional, passionate sign. Everyone knows that because it's deep and it's powerful. It is the most powerful in this area, in this way. So it will affect your personal emotions, and it will affect society and our government and things that are going on a lot. And so let me show you the chart of that day. So this is, and I just made it really large with the aspects clear so you can see them visually very clear. So when we say the full moon is in Scorpio, that means that the sun is opposite. That would be in the sign of Taurus. This is happening in 22 degrees. I'm already feeling it because that's exactly where my moon is in Scorpio, 25 degrees, right there. So it's already hitting me. I'm taking a lot of deep breathing and listening to crystal bowls at nighttime. So also Deb sent me her. We finally got together for Debbie Thor. Debbie sent me her details, and she also has this access, is her big access in her chart. So anyone who's got Taurus, Scorpio, the fixed signs, and we have to notice that we can't get away from that Mars and Pluto thing also in the fixed signs. Those, they're still opposite each other, and that's a factor in this full moon, which is going to be very powerful. We have Uranus conjunct the sun. Uranus, as you know, is the thing that brings drastic changes. Now, that can be in a good way, folks. This is where this would be like if you had to say, what is the energy of Nikola Tesla? You know, we're talking about free energy for the whole world, free healthcare for everybody. These are things that are humanitarian breakthroughs. And Uranus is a planet that brings really creative, out of the box solutions to problems. And so this would be to express the energy of this full moon in a really positive way. You might do some, if you have some solutions to problems you're looking for, you might have some breakthroughs in, set your dream intentions, and you might, this is really how strong people, powerful, creative people will, for example, everyone knows who Albert Einstein is. And Einstein would come up against a problem, and if he couldn't solve it, he said, you cannot solve a problem from the same vibration that you got the problem. You have to enter into a different vibrational state. So he would pick up his violin, and he would play his violin and enter a rhapsodic, mystical trance-like state, which is the visionary place where you get creative ideas for breakthrough solutions to problems. So this is a place where you can, in these next few days, and it'll be continuing because Uranus is right there with the sun. We're going to talk about that. And so you really have chance to solve some problems. And one thing you should do is clean out some clutter. You clean out your garage. Or Debra made a comment to me. She said, "Oh, when I feel like that, I clean out the fridge." Whatever it is that would help you, where you have an area of stagnation that you need to purge so that the channels are free flowing. You could paint your deck. You could come up with some beautiful solutions and beautifying your home, because it's something that you can have breakthrough solutions. And these are going to be long-lasting changes. You can make some changes that will be very, very, very good for the future in this period. So that's one thing that is positive. You notice that things are very emotional and very intense. And the other thing that is important to notice is that this axis of Taurus and Scorpio is the money axis for the world. We're talking about for all people. And that means individuals' money, and it also, that's the second house of Taurus, and then the eighth house of Scorpio, that's other people's money. And it means big money, and things like insurance companies and mortgage companies and the stock market and the billionaires, the funding for grants and things like that. Everything is in a major state of flux, and it can seem chaotic because things are changing rapidly, especially with that Mars-Pluto influx of energy. And then you have Mercury really nearby, also in Taurus. And the energy is really, really strong. And you'll notice that the aspects between planets there's a lot of red. Those are challenging aspects, the hard aspects. We have one nice trine from Mars, but believe me, there's no really good, soft, easy aspects to Mars. So this is a very energetic, powerful full moon that it's very transformational. I'm going to use personally in myself, it's, I have a Scorpio moon in the 12th house. So that's where the energy is for me. And I'm working on developing, remote viewing, out-of-body experiences that you can control, mediumship, psychic awareness. I do channeling, music for meditation. These are things that interest me, and it's a perfect time to develop those things because that's in my 12th house. So you want to look in your chart and see, where do you have this Taurus Scorpio axis? It's always 180 degrees apart, and see in what area of your life are you actively able to make these big modifications. So you want to notice that emotions are going to be very strong. Emotions are going to be super powerful. And Deb, you have that in your horoscope. I noticed that she has the moon and Saturn in that exact line. And Saturn is representing her relationship with her husband, who recently passed. And this is the focal point of this full moon. So your emotions are going to be very, very strong. So you want to be centered in the heart center, and everybody needs to do some strong meditation before you go out in the day, because you're going to be a bit bombarded by things, that could trigger you. And you want to be centered, and you want to present your best loving aspect to the world. And so you need to do things to help yourself stay centered. I listen to a lot of crystal bowls. I have my kitties and some different things that I do when I'm feeling like maybe I'm not centered as best as I need to be, because this energy is going to be extremely, extremely intense. So just be forewarned. So that's why we're here, to give you the message that things are going to feel, you're going to feel a bit bombarded. Now, the money axis and Taurus also refers to everything you value, not just money as cash, but things that have value to you. I mean, this is not funny, but Donald Trump's thing about they named him $2 Donnie, because he's saying, well, little girls, they'll just have to have $2 will be good enough. I mean, oh my God, what an image. It's just, I'm left speechless with something like this. This is the Grinch. So when things like this come up, and they will, you need to have your armor. You need to have your psychic armor out, your little bubble, your cocoon, so that you don't let this shake you, because we are going to come out of this a stronger nation. And I will talk about Donald Trump's horoscope next time, because his is, it is, what he's going to be going through is like an epic Shakespearean fall. He's not going to be surviving this for too long. He will not live out his term or be in office for his full term. And he has already reached the pinnacle of any height that he ever had, if he ever had any in some people's view. And it's going to be just epic. And the problems with the tariffs and everything like this are a cyclical thing that America has gone through. It happens that Mars and Venus were both retrograde, Mars in Cancer and Venus in Aries. We had in Pisces, we had this happening exactly the same when the tariffs came up, when the tariffs happened before the 1929 crash. But this one is not going to be devastating for our economy like that was, because it's going to change. And it's not a cycle that is a circle, but it's a spiral. So when we come back to the same point, we have learned certain lessons and things have happened. It's not going to be devastating to us like the Great Depression. So have no fear for that. You might need to you might feel better if you stock up on some items in your pantry. And I'm growing green. I like to grow greens and stuff like that. But just take minor little precautions, and you'll weather the storm. And we're going to come out such a better country. And we're going to have, talking about Uranus, we're going to have inventions that are going to help us in the growing of food and also in the processing of waste. We're going to have these bacteria that eat the plastic from the ocean, and we're going to have solutions in electricity and power, and we're going to have big solutions that are going to change the earth in ways that we can't even imagine of, for the better, for all people. And we are going through this big purge right now, which is Pluto is the purging, and Pluto in Scorpio is the big purging sign. And this full moon is kind of bringing things to a head. And we are going to be, we have to do this purge before we could be reborn, because there's a lot of little crud souls that we have to get rid of. And that's not always a pleasant thing. But look ahead. And this is all, when we get through it, you're going to say, wow, that really was worth it, because now we have really new visions for humanity and for the world. And we have gotten rid of so many negative things that were around. Like, for example, here's one. We have an 83-year cycle that involves Jupiter and also Uranus. And this 83 years, it's an 84-year cycle. It was 83 years ago that the Japanese people were rounded up in America and put into internment camps. And a horrific thing. It is really a worse roundup than we're experiencing now. So we will get through this, and we will eliminate once and for all these problems in our society that need to be cleaned out. So you can expect passions to be really heightened. Be prepared and pamper yourself, do things so that you're going to feel happy, calm, and let the storm pass you by, and use humor also. You know, I think Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert do some wonderful things to help us keep a amusing attitude about some of these things that we're seeing, which are really outrageous and things you couldn't believe that would be happening, but they are. And we're going to live through it, and we're going to be such a better country and such a better world, global society, with all kinds of inventions and things that are going to clean up some of the really bad problems that we have with energy and waste control and the climate change, and all of these things are going to be revolutionary changes that we can't even imagine right now how big they are, and they're going to start happening really fast. Not this year, but we are having the seeds for it, and within the next few years, you're going to see things that are so wonderful, and the changes for all of humanity are going to be worth it. So this week, I have to say also on this, so aside from the full moon that's occurring on the 12th, we've got another thing on the 17th and 18th coming up. After that, we have a conjunction of the sun is going to move over from its position. See how here it is just behind Uranus, and it's going to move over to be exactly conjunct Uranus. And there's this nasty little star called Algol, and that's the one that was present. We talked about that when Trump had his assassination attempt that was unsuccessful, and there was a shooting and a person died in the audience. You know, that was in this same spot, exactly same degree right there. And this is so that when a few days after the full moon on the 17th and 18th, the sun will be exactly conjunct that Algol. Mercury is in play. And then the other thing that happens is Mercury is going to be in aspect also with Mars. So it's going to be explosive. So the 17th and 18th are days that are going to be a little bit dramatic. You know, if you're, you know, it would, for example, it would not be a day if you decide you want to take up hang gliding, don't do it on that day. It's a day that is going to be a little, those 2 days in there are you know, watch out. Just watch your P's and Q's, keep yourself, do things, you know, get yourself some chamomile tea, do some things to meditation. And those 2 days there are sketchy. And there's going to be a big change when Saturn enters Aries toward the end of the month on the 24th. And then we have Uranus changing sign also going into Gemini. And this is going to be something we're going to talk about next week, because it's going to be a major thing in our dear leader's horoscope. So we are going through these cycles, and the country has survived much worse in the past. We're not heading for something like the Great Depression. We are not. But there is going to be this week a lot of explosive, dramatic, high emotions, a lot of passion. Use it in the positive way. Be courageous, fearless. Use positive strength, because Scorpio and Taurus, we're all fixed signs. So this is strength, courage. Now, tenacity can be, when carried to the extreme, you know, bullheadedness or stubbornness, and inflexible. So you don't want to be carrying it to the extreme, but use it in the way so that you can you can have more fluid emotional responses, and take it down a notch if people's tempers are flaring, and avoid being, you know, stubborn or inflexible in your relationships, because that is a negative expression. So be looking in your heart that, and make sure that you are not being guilty of being that inflexible, stubborn person. And meanwhile, express the higher aspects of that, which are courage and high energy, great intensity. You have the capacity to come up with really creative solutions and out of the box solutions to your problems. You have a chance to have inspiration, divine inspiration, and creative out of the box solving of your problems. Get rid of the junk in the garage and everywhere else in your body too. Some good castor oil is good one for all of this. Good solution to put on your body, and good for your skin, and liver cleansing and all of those things. So think of the Chinese proverb that the best thing is that you can be living in interesting times. So you are so lucky. We are all so lucky, because there's not going to be any more interesting things could be happening than they're going to be happening in this month here. There's going to be so many things, and just be ready to ride it out. Hold on to the saddle and don't let go. And keep sense of humor and meditative heart energy. Breathe deep, send that love bring it down through your crown chakra and in throughout your heart center. And you be the center of love, because if you are expressing anger or unhappiness, then you are part of the problem. And we all want to be part of the solution. So that intense passion needs to be expressed through love and compassion for everybody. And that's what we need to focus on, because we don't want to be part of the problem, but part of the solution. And that's my message. I noticed that on June 14th, there are going to be demonstrations, I think, everywhere, because, but I'm not sure if that parade is going to happen, but I'm not sure. But if it does, and there are a lot of demonstrations, I would just encourage you to keep cool-minded and express the higher focus of energy that we all need to be as the light bearers that we all are. And we were all born at this time. We chose it, and the world needs you. You're the warriors on the front, So everybody have a great week and have a happy Mother's Day. Don't let anybody ruffle your feathers, because it's not what happens on the outside, but how you react to it and how you feel about it. So you can have a wonderful, happy, peaceful Mother's Day no matter what happens. So have a good day.
I like that. Wait a minute. There we are. Our circles.
Oh, like the show.
Yes, like the show, please. Thank you.
Like the show. There's the show that's happening out there and the show that's happening in here. We'll like all the shows. It's a show. It definitely is. It's high theater. This is the kind of thing that Shakespeare wrote about. These kind of moments. They're very they're life-changing, and they're high drama, and it's interesting.
I do have Mary Thornberry had a question. Now, the personal readings are going to start pretty soon. I've got some people who have donated. Thank you so much. So the how it's going to go down is Marby will be first, Infinity, Ness, and Cynthia. But I wanted to address this because it was a great question. Lalit, did you have?
I have not seen the chart of the Pope. I don't know his birth time. All I know is that he's born in Chicago. I'm going to be investigating that. Oh, you have it there. September 14th, 1955. I want to see if I can find the time, and I will talk about that next week. I have a very good feeling about this. Very good feeling.
I did the numbers, And he's a bright one. He's 34-7. So all the sevens are a little bit, I don't know, they can either be serial killers or geniuses. Just saying. And then Pope Francis, I remember, was 30/3, made him very creative. He always found a way towards peace and a path towards that. And then somebody said something about Einstein. He's a 33, just like Zelensky and Novaldi. I'm saying that wrong. And some other famous people that are sevens is Elon Musk, Taylor Swift, Emma Stone, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, Marilyn Monroe, Stephen Hawking, Eric Clapton, Patrick Stewart, Christian Bale, Muhammad Ali, Phil McGraw, Leonardo DiCaprio, Natalie Portman, Hugh Grant. These are the smart, Paula Abdul, Julia Roberts, all the smarty pantses. I just looked those up. I had it listed in a binder and I can't find the binder. So I just looked on the internet and thought, I can do the internet. So I thought that was and that was a really good question. There's another question here. Sorry. Oh, and reversed images. I don't want you to get the story confused with me, but Deb Thornton is my friend, my good friend, Debbie. And she's the one who lost her husband. So that
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said that badly, didn't I?
No, you didn't. You did fine. I just wanted to make sure. Let me just see, because there is a... She was saying, reverses, I keep getting the date, May 14th. And justice. Well, it's coming around here. Is it?
May 14th. Well, May 14th is definitely, we are definitely in the throes of it. It's really, we're in a very big time. See, I got the Pope's chart here.
What? Oh, well, excuse me. Let me leave just a second.
Well, I don't know. This is not, it's exactly the data that you told me. Wait a minute. I went back to I have to start over. I did do the Pope's chart. Let me see. I called it, but it came back to the other, to our full moon. Here it is. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to move it back over there. There it is. Pope Leo. September 14th, 1955. I just put it for 12 noon Central Time in Chicago. You can see he's got a big stellium of planets. He has the most unusual formation of a chart that you can have in terms of the layout of the planets. Oh, excuse me. I'm just trying to get it to hold still there. Just a minute. I have the chart, but it's not wanting to stay on my second monitor. He's wanting to jump around. Maybe he's jumping for joy. Anyway, there it is. Let's hope it doesn't want to. I have to just place it really carefully. You can see that all of his planets are in a very narrow sector of his chart. From the leading planet, which is Uranus, this can tell you that he's a big forward-thinking person for humanitarian purposes. He will be emulating the Christ spirit in the same way that our previous Pope did, respecting all people and all, etc. And his last planet in the group is Saturn. These other two things are the nodes of the moon. They're not planets. So everything that he has is between Leo and Scorpio. That's a very narrow range of the horoscope. That's a 90-degree range. And all of the planets are squished in there. It's very powerful. Very, very powerful. And Uranus is leading the charge. It's the first thing up in the day. So Uranus in Leo, and what name did he's got Uranus, Jupiter, and Pluto all in Leo. Oh, Leo, that's really interesting. Pluto is together with the moon. He is a natural medium and communicator with spirits and angels on the other side. He is regularly talking with his angels, you can be sure. He's got so much energy, great attention to detail with Mars, Sun, and Venus, all these in Virgo. He knows how to organize things, and he pays attention to details. Saturn in Scorpio, he is determined to do every last detail to the bitter end, and he is just amazing. And he's got a very sweet artistic side too. Mercury and Neptune together in Libra. What a beautiful man. I really love this guy already. This is fantastic. I'm real excited. Anyway, that's just, I haven't really had a chance to look at it, and I like to look at horoscopes a lot, but that just jumped off the page there. Really interesting. Thank you for giving me that date. It's quite unusual. It's quite remarkable. It's the rarest formation of planets that exists, to have everything in one tiny area like that.
Well, I do know, because they were saying the first his first words or his first sentence, but I know the first sentence that Pope Francis said when he was voted. He won. I don't know what it's called. And he went before all the cardinals. And the first sentence he said is, "May God forgive you." I loved that about him. All right. So there was just one more thing, I think, just a second. Then I think there was. Okay, I think that there were some pretty cool comments. Now we'll get down to business. We'll get to the.
That is so interesting. That is so fascinating. Thank you for giving me that date and information. I'll see if I can find his birth time to be more specific.
Awesome.
Next time.
Awesome. May I have a general? This is for Marby. She got the cookie. May I have a general reading? You got the cookie. I love that. Whoops. I just got a message here. Oh, I'll make sure that Lalit gets that, Deb. God bless you. Sorry for the Marby. The first thing I'm going to say, the first card out is going to tell me what Spirit wants to talk to you about, and that is Spirit. I think you got the Spirit the last time too, because I have the major card just saying, because all the suits will be a certain topic, and then you get a major card on your first one out. It's talking to the big guns, and the question is, and then I got 3 more major cards. Hello. So I do have Strength, the Moon, and Judgment. So I would suggest, since the Moon is so powerful, that you might want to think of a ritual or something. You can make up your own too. You can always do that. Strength, I enjoy because it's grace under pressure, and that's Spirit telling me to tell you they see your pressure. And then Judgment means Judgment came in reversed. That means there might be a little bit of residue of, I shouldn't have said this or shouldn't have said that. Don't listen to yourself. That's stinking thinking. So, but really, I bless you, and I know you're under pressure. We go in and out of that, but what keeps me going is that if I get feeling weird, then I know it's just a matter of time that Wheel of Fortune comes in and uplifts everything. What do you have for Marby?
Well, I couldn't find her horoscope because it's in my other program. So I've got some cards here for you, Marby, and they're very powerful. And this one really does refer kind of to the Scorpio full moon, because it is power, and it is Leo and Scorpio, very much powerful energy of it's the woman is kind of, she's kind of holding a womb side, just it's like birthing something very powerful. And you got the magus, the magician, so it's, you're at a very powerful turning point here. And you got the Six of Wands, which is in this off deck, victory, Jupiter ruling this. So I'd say this is a point of power for you this week, where you are really able to turn things around. And it's extremely strong. And I'd say this is a week, this go girl, this is something yeah, this is very, very powerful. And the world is your oyster at this point, and you can be, you have the path to fulfill your intentions in the way you wish.
Awesome. Awesome. So Infinity is next with her donation. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who's a member. It really, really, really helps. Oh my God. I appreciate the donations as well. Debra, I'm going to send your donation right over straight away to Lalit for the, I'll explain later. I have been resting a lot. Infinity 11 says, though I should be working on a few things related to this work opportunity. I'm wondering if you see opportunities coming my way. Girl, let me tell you, I was just telling Lalit that it feels like I've been walking through mud. Where I just don't have momentum to keep going, but I know it's just a cycle. I'm going to go ahead and move you into... you were saying, wondering if there's opportunities coming your name for work opportunities. Yeah, one of the cards that came out of the 5 is the 3 of Pentacles. It's all about work. It's also shouting out that you're very good at what you do. So reach for the stars. Also, I've got the Knight of Swords, meaning that ideas on where to put your energy is coming in really, really quick. The 6 of Wands comes in reverse. Upright means you're people are applauding you, yay, go. This could be at work or any place. And you're not hearing that applause. But don't, just because no one's mirroring back your best self doesn't mean you're not doing your best self. Okay, so don't wait for that cycle of reward. Don't measure your worth that way. I do have the Star of Hope. So I'm going to ask, is it going to be in the next week? Let me look here. So I do have yes for next week, but I think you need to put action with the nights that are coming in. Absolutely. Action for this coming week. And then the next week looks quite positive.
Well, Infinity, I went to the extraterrestrial oracle for your question, and I like I like this. You got the spiral galaxy card, and the quote underneath says growth and evolution, but I'm going to read you the message because I think it's really pertinent. The card showing you that it's time in your life for growth, expansion, and renewal. Order is emerging from chaos as reflected in the spiral galaxy. Don't drag your feet and resist the change that's necessary for you to develop. Stagnancy is like living a life in death. The one consistency we can rely on in life is change. You have been treading water. Perhaps you're hesitant and unsure of making changes in your life or fear of making a mistake. Be assured there is no right or wrong. Whatever decision you make, it's about the journey, not the destination. And growth will ensue from this change. This card is encouraging you to just go for it.
I like that.
I really do.
Yeah.
There's there's an exercise here that I think would be nice for everybody, and because this is kind of a week for this. So this is a good week for this, and everyone could benefit from this little exercise. It's a meditation. It says you imagine walking along a black path of a spiral that leads to a sacred temple. Once you reach the center, express gratitude for your existence and make a wish for ways in which you wish your life to grow and evolve. Feel purified and energized as you walk back out of the spiral, this time along the white path.
Nice.
So you walk in on the dark path and out on the white spiral. It's showing kind of yellow on the screen. It's kind of more like white in the. Anyway, I thought that was a good message.
Awesome. Hello, Bora Bora. Thank you for stopping in and blessing us. I just love that. Thank you. Now,
may I say something to Denise? I wanted to tell Deb. This is something that I wanted to say when I saw her chart, because she has the moon and Saturn in exactly the same degree opposite to each other, and this is her relationship with her husband that I think that I would like to do something for her. If you could send me your husband's birth data, the same way you sent for me, date, time, and place, what you know of it. I'd like to do a little investigating and send you something about that.
I like that.
So you send me that, and that's my gift to you I was going to do that. I meant to do that when I was talking about you, because it's really important. When I saw that, it just jumps off the page. I mean, it's just, I need to do that. So.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much.
Send me that.
Next is Ness. Thank you for your donation. I heard a voice Tuesday night when I was drawing. Who was it? Felt different. I don't know if it's one of my guides. Let me see here. I'd say yes. Are you sitting down, Ness? Is everybody in the room sitting down? Every single card that came up, 5 cards are major cards. All 5. This doesn't happen. It really, we've got the moon, strength, hanging man, lovers, and star. Doesn't get better than that. So yes, it's one of your high councils.
Sounds like Archangel Michael or somebody. I mean, wow.
So it also says that because the moon is here, there are some hidden information. So just hearing the voice, you say, okay, I'm ready for the rest of the message. So yes, definitely. What did you get?
I can't even add to that, Deborah. That's just like that's the culmination. And congratulations. I would just say congratulations to you that you have opened this channel, and I think that you're going to have a lot of future communication through now that you've had this contact. It's going to be a wonderful thing for you for the rest of your life. I think it's something fabulous.
That's where we get the communication, is when our mind is disengaged and creative. So as a bad rap as the 7 of Cups, gets, because it's too much confusion, options. We don't know what's based in reality. That is creativity. That is creativity in a nutshell. So bravo. That's great.
So true. That is Neptune and Venus thing that we've been having going together with Saturn together, bringing form to it. This is very much the energy that we're in right now, which is very creative. And so that is what we can all take advantage of in this time, because there is a lot of this creative energy for us to tap into.
Yeah. So Cynthia's here. Thank you for your donation. And
Cynthia.
she has something more to say. So it's I missed you both a lot. Yes, for 3 weeks. I've missed you too. Hopefully I am back from no man's land. And if time permits, a reading from the two of you would be great. Greatly appreciated. And then she goes on to say, this is what cracks me up. I love my audience. It's so fun. I love my friends. I was born January 1955. We are great people. I love that so much. Yes, we are. And the other one is, my question is general, but tell me, will I ever see the light before the dawn? It's darkest before the dawn. You want to see the dawn? Oh my gosh, we got to get our dawns and sunsets together. Oh my gosh. Hey, I like this reading. Got the best card in the deck, I think. The last card in a Celtic cross, if it's a major card, it means that this is transpiring. It's transpiring. The message transpires for a month, because I do 1 month increments when I do the Celtic cross. And it's the Fool card, meaning that there's something coming around that is going to be brand new for you. Brand new. To a point where it's like the reversed Hierophant. You're ready. You're ready for something brand new. No more traditions and all of that stuff. Now, the only holdup is because I get a block and restriction to this, is that, like I said, the Seven of Cups is reversed, meaning that you're very, very focused on something. Is that a block and restriction? It might not. Oh yeah, okay. This isn't a block and restriction. The block and restriction is the first two cards. We've got the Four of Pentacles, meaning you have enough to get by. It's you may not feel like you have a whole bunch in the bank. You could have a lot of money in the bank, but you don't feel like that. And it's crossed with the Devil card. So this is a clear message that you're stinking thinking about money, because it says there's a new opportunity to move forward at the level of action, and you're not letting it go. And sometimes I understand that, because once we start something new, it's just a new layer of confusion, when we're learning something new, and you think, I can't take one more drop of that. But this reading promises, if you let go of that holding back thing, you've got the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. So I think that brand new thing, that new way of life, the new way of seeing things, the new opportunity you might say yes to, it's just around the corner, my love. Did you get anything?
Yes, I got 3 wonderful cards that, Cynthia, I'm so pleased. The first one for you is the World. And it's showing the completion, and you are coming to the end of the circle of attaining your goals, of completing the circle. And it's really an indication of great achievement and success. And it all is because of your inner strength and power. And you're the bomb. I mean, this is really it. Just the extreme strength. And your final result here, we have Sun in Aries. You are starting and you're looking toward advancing something in a new way. And yes, it's showing great, a lot of hard work and foresight on your part, but you are going to be achieving things that are really amazing. So
it's almost like the next project is going to not be drawn out. It's going to be like boom, it's going to come in. It'll delight you. You'll approach it with the Fool card, and then you'll have the Three of Wands. I mean, it's all good news. All good news. So Rose is here, and I'd like to. She got a little confused by what you had said. She says, if you have time, can I get a message from my husband? And then she was a little confused to what you were asking for a deceased husband. She asked, so she gave her his.
I'm sorry, Rose. If I was talking to
Deb Thornton
about her deceased husband. And so that was that I'm sorry if I confused the issue. That was what I was, because I wanted to, she had just sent me her materials today. I got them, and I saw that her husband was so present there in her chart that I needed his details and wanted to get that from him. So that was a separate thing. And I was just making a little joke that you wanted a massage from your husband. I was just making a stupid joke about that. I'm sorry. That was just dumb.
No, it wasn't dumb. I get those two mixed up all the time, and they're very, very different.
It was just dumb. And I want to thank you for this lovely card you gave me. It meant so much to me. Anyway, Rose, my message to you is that you need to really focus your care on yourself for this coming week or two. Just focus on your own well-being, your own peace of mind, your happiness, your joy, and give yourself the love that you show so wonderfully to everyone else. That's my message to you. Focus entirely on you.
Awesome. I was there a couple of times when I look for spirit specifically, and I look and I look and look. One time I went through the whole deck and couldn't find the person, but this time he came in really, really quick, and there is a rightness and wrongness in your life, as hard as that sounds. That's his message, is there's the Justice card, right enough, and not to argue with it. This is the Five of Swords. Don't argue with the way it is going. He said that you are the smartest person he knows. I wonder if he was listening to us on the Life Path 7. You're one of the smartest people he knows, filled with love. And he does love you. It's almost, he's saying with the Ace of Cups, you are my first love, the one that no one else compares to. He is concerned with the 10 of Cups reversed. He is concerned about you not feeling very happy. And the 8 of Cups reversed means you're having a hard time walking away from the grace in this hardship and the grief and things like that. So, but he's there for you. Absolutely came in like that, really quick. So I hope this helps you. We're all here for you too. She forgave us. It's okay. No, it was cute, she said. God bless you. Oh, I love you so much. Everybody's so cool. Thank you, Rose. Kim B. A message for what is coming my way in the near future. So I'm going to say the near future is this coming week, because this is kind of a weekly show. When I do a Celtic cross and it's the energy is for a month, only because, it could happen tomorrow, but usually a little deeper, and it takes a while to manifest. What? Now, this is a brand new deck. I put the other one aside. This is amazing. Okay, so Time is on your side. Take a pause. Take a break. Two of Swords. And the reason is because, see, I've got Justice. There's it feels like your mind has been zipping along. The Two of Swords is a sword card, so that's the thoughts. And so Spirit is asking you to stop trying to find the answer in everything. Just for a week. You can go back to it in 2 weeks. Your finances are fine. I don't know if you have a little hiccup or if you're a little concerned, but you do not have to worry about that. I've got the Page of Pentacles coming in too. Plus, you get the Fool card. So I've got Justice and Fool for you. It's, you know, if you notice that people that come in our group sort of vibe with the same cards sometimes. So I think that's great. What you got?
Well, the first card that's representing you, Kim, is very much the things that we were talking about in the energy of this full moon. Like if I were to read you the keywords, they're exactly the words I was talking about. Courage, beware of rigidity. You have a lot of perseverance. You know how to deal with unexpected situations. You have a lot of ambition and boldness, decisive action. But you need to be tempering this. We're tempering this with we have temperance, and in this deck it's ruled by Sagittarius. So you need to have an even tempered, and control. Your emotions are running so strong, so you need to be feeling joy and in the background, feeling so that you are more neutral and balanced when you are faced with situations you're going to be faced with this week. So, and this is exactly what we were talking about, the message of how to this next week and 10 days all the way into that thing with the Uranus and the Sun and Mercury and Mars and all that. We need to have temperance and even keeled. And if you can manage that, the Nine of Cups is yours, that you can achieve happiness and real joy. So to feel very healthy and everything going your way. But those are the three cards I got for you, and I think it's a wonderful thing. I'm not hearing you, Deborah. I'm not sure if other people are.
No, I wanted to mix my cards up, and so I muted myself, but then I always forget.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to bring in Debbie Thornton. She wanted to hear from me, and I'm sorry I missed you. She was the one who gave us a donation. So I asked Don, that's her late husband, to visit me in my dreams each night, but he hasn't so far. I asked him to give me a message from him through Deb. And as soon as I put this down, he came right through. First of all, you're doing really well with the money. 7 of Pentacles. Everything you've built for yourself. Now, it's not just money. This is family as well. So all the things, all that you have planted in your garden, the love you have planted with your garden is coming through for you, and it will be there for you. The 6 of Swords means moving into calmer waters. I know sometimes your emotions, everybody's emotions like this, you just get, it revs up and then calms down, revs up, calms down. But boy, Dawn has a great message for you. This move you want to make, these changes you want to make, is going to be all good news. In fact, you will have clear roads ahead for whatever steps you want to take. 3 of Wands. He sends love to you and the kids. Page of Cups, that lovely. Again, this is another deck other than what I was reading for Rose, but the wonderful Page of Cups says you are his absolute love, absolute love. Now, don't freak out about this. I did get the Death card. The Death card means that something is going to come to a natural ending. And I'm going to interpret this as your next stage away, not away from grief, because it's not like you never get away from grief, but I believe it's the next stage of grief. You know, you're moving, you're evolving, and things like that. And it will just, I want to ask him if he meant for you not to just a minute. I got to clarify this now that I think about it. Just a second. Oh, okay, it is. So what I was thinking is that the Death card might him be asking you to put aside the expectation of a physical touch. You will get images and things like that, but the physical part of it, I don't know. Some people are not able to do that. Also, with people who are passed away, if that have transitioned all the way, which Dawn has, what happens is if they spend too much time on Earth, they become caught in the density. So that is why so many people say, oh, my husband, my mom, my dad came to visit me, but all they did was stand and say nothing. Or I just saw him at the corner of my eye, and that type of thing. It's because they don't have the right energy at this time to move into this density and actually carry on a conversation. So it sounds like his ability to do that is coming up short, and not to interpret that he's not thinking about you. It's very important.
Well, I know you asked Debra to look at that for you, but I went to the talking to heaven deck, and it says, I am here helping you.
Yeah.
Of this I'm sure. Looking at your horoscope that you had, he is definitely your anchor and your stalwart. He's always there supporting you, and wants you to know that. It may not be evident to you, and it may not be possible for him to make manifestations in the earthly plane, which is that takes a lot of energy, and maybe he's not practiced at that enough yet, but he's there helping you at all times, and you need to rest in your heart that he's always there.
Yeah. You know, the Princess Bride just came in, and and she says, I thought you were gone. And he says, no, I will be back. Do you think true love happens every day? I remember him saying, I love that. I love that movie so much. We've got two more questions, and we've got one from SR. Question: is there a change with P? Will I hear from him soon? And I'm going to move into my 5 cards. And so right off the bat, 5 cards down for yes, no. And I got a no. You won't be hearing from him. We're talking soon. This is a weekly show, so it's next week. We're not going months and months or anything. It does show here is the reason why is that he feels the relationship that you're familiar with has come to a close. And I don't know if he knows you don't know that. Does that make sense? So his not being attentive doesn't mean, I don't know if he knows that you're suffering this way, but I know that also you're not corresponding with him, which is really good. He's not trying to manipulate you. What he's doing is focusing on his finances. And so I don't see him contacting you in the next week. And I'm very sorry. I wish I had a different. How'd you do?
Well, oopsie. I can't figure out which way to go. We reversed magician. So there are some unrealistic goals here, and some selfish behavior on his part. Let me say selfish behavior, and you're feeling at a standstill and not moving forward, and you're having difficult decisions and feeling at an impasse. And you are creating a bit here your own little trap.
Oh yeah, the 8 of.
This is so terrible because you really she's feeling absolutely entrapped and under siege and isolated and unable to move and unable to do anything. But the fact is there is no real restraint from the outside. So you do have the power. The good news is that you have the power in your heart to create a better life for yourself.
Create,
and it's up to you to make the move. Make the move.
New perspective.
New perspective. There you go.
There's one more. Lauren says, I deeply appreciate all the solutions. I know when you listen to other people's, just think, oh, that's kind of, I'm going to put that one in message in the back of my mind and think about it. I need assistance on focusing now. Absolutely. We are light warriors. Absolutely. Hey, good news. There's a reason why you cannot focus. It's because, how do I put this? Life is asking you to stop. With the hanging man, it means that's a real slow card, the hanging man. Stop and wait. So time is on your side. If you can't focus on something, maybe just play solitaire. Forget it. Don't worry about it. And because I have the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that life has not synchronized up your blessing just yet. It's working on it because the blessing goes through different people and different situations to come to you. And then after that, and it says, don't be so focused. That's another one. Temperance is another slow card because she's turning silver to gold. It takes a long time. You need to be patient. Well, this one came in reversed. You're saying, oh, I have to have a goal. Well, I'm glad to tell you that you don't need a goal right now. Give it up for a week. You have take the week off. I'll do that.
Well, what I got a weird message for you that I don't think I've ever said to anyone in this group or in this. I don't think I have, but it really came to me strongly to give you this suggestion. I don't know if you do any form of meditation with sound, but there are many on YouTube. There are some wonderful crystal bowls that people play, and if you could just put on one of those crystal bowl things, but then take a nice inhale, and then just make a light humming sound. Just inhale and make a hum in your body. Along with those crystal bowls. And you're tuning yourself, and you're focusing the energy inside of yourself. You're making this strong little vibration that's vibrating in front of you. Just make a gentle humming sound. Just do that for like a minute or two and see.
You're a musician. Can you tell me what D sharp sounds like?
Well, can you give me a second? I'll show you.
And I'll tell everybody the story.
It is exactly so. D sharp is the same as E flat.
Oh, I guess
I'll show you.
they're like twins. They're like twins. So the reason I say that is in my practice of looking when I do soul realignments, soul awareness, and soul alignments, there's a place where I douse to see if there's any ethereal implants or physical implants. Now, the ethereal implants that show up in one of my readings is block and restriction. I get rid of that. But I don't get rid of physical implants. It just means that you're filling or something like that is going off. It's not toned right. And so in my protocol, I asked that physical implant is switched to D sharp for the health of the whole body, and so I kind of wanted to know what D. I guess I could have gone on internet and looked, but I mean she's right here and she's a musician. So hi, butterfly readings with Linda. I saw now Linda is a member, absolutely, and she has just started her channel. So if anybody here who has started a channel and looking for subscribers, please put it in the comments so we can all go and support you. I am a member I am a subscriber of Linda's channel. Would love to have you guys go visit. She's doing really well, and she's also advertising a retreat that's going to happen on the East Coast. If you're able to go to her energy retreat, you won't be sorry. She puts on quite a party. So,
you ready for D sharp?
I am.
Also known as E flat.
Oh, that's what did you say? They're both the same.
They're the same. A D sharp and an E flat are the same key on the piano.
What do they call it? Both. That'd be.
Well, just like you're Debra, you're also Mrs. Zachau.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You got two names. It's just you. Depending on what your home key is.
Oh, that's a hard one to hit.
It's a comfortable. It should be comfortable.
Everybody humming. Oh my God. What was going on here? Oops.
Why did you ask?
I just explained it while you were getting, and I will explain it why.
Never mind.
No, because I think you should know.
Each note resonates differently in your body.
Right. It is a physical vibration.
It's a physical vibration.
Could you please delete my first post to Astrology Vibration channel? Click on my profile picture and press delete. Okay. Anyone in the chat? Okay. We'll go on over and look at that. I can't imagine why we would do that. Erase one of your beautiful messages. This has been fun. This has been super duper fun. Another Friday, and looking forward to another lively week ahead. But I am making progress. This week, not so much, but now, starting now, if I'm making progress. So I'm happy about that.
Me too. And the same for all of you. This is our chance.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Love it. I'm going to say goodbye, farewell. Oh, I'm going to be on with Allie tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. So it's kind of late in the day. You're welcome. Maria has perfect health. God bless you. And